I love playing old games. Besides taking a trip back to my childhood, there is a comfort in knowing what to expect more or less. I often think I'll have a good time playing GTA Vice City. Before delving into my review of GTA Vice City, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share my content with fellow enthusiasts. Has anyone not played GTA Vice City? I'm asking this question seriously because if someone hasn't played it, be aware that there will be spoilers in this video. GTA Vice City was my favorite GTA game because it was the first game I played. Unlike many of my peers who learned how to drive from Need for Speed games or the Driver series, I learned it from GTA games, especially Vice City. I learned to use a computer when I was around 3 or 4 years old while playing GTA Vice City. Alongside that, thanks to the game, I discovered artists like Michael Jackson, Laura Branigan, the band Yes, and metal legends such as Megadeth, Anthrax, and Slayer. I enjoyed driving around the city without doing any missions. When I was around 5 or 6 years old or something, I learned to type a bit on the keyboard. I loved enabling cheat codes for weapons and tanks to create chaos in the city. By the time I was 11 or 12 years old and had constant access to a computer, I finally completed Vice City and was amazed by what the game offered. Tommy Vercetti's story fascinated me. When I reached 16 or 17 years old, I began to approach games critically, but I never looked critically at Vice City. Recently, I played GTA 3 and left the game feeling unhappy. GTA 3 was a disappointment for me, and I feared that GTA Vice City would be just as bad. When I critically examined Vice City in this review, I was surprised to see how many issues it had. I have shared so much about my past because what you will encounter might frustrate and surprise you, but I'm just like you. I've asked the question, why is this game like this many times, and got angry with the game for ruining it itself. I initially thought about playing and reviewing GTA Vice City with the newly released Definitive Edition. After all, it was the latest version and I knew that the original GTA Vice City had many technical issues, so I downloaded the definitive version and to access the game, I had to log into my social club account. It insisted on my Steam connected social club account's password, and since I had forgotten it, I clicked on Forget Password. Unfortunately, the social club website got stuck on a black screen because it wasn't considered safe. After about 25 minutes of trying and researching, I finally managed to log in using my phone's internet to change my password. When I launched the game, I received a message that said, "Connecting to social club, please wait." This message took about 4 or 5 attempts and 10 minutes to resolve. When I opened Vice City, I was also downloading GTA 3 and San Andreas, which were part of the trilogy, even though they were already available on Steam. However, they were causing issues with connecting to the social club. Stopping their downloads resolved the problem, I don't know why. So just to access the game, I spent approximately 40 minutes or something. Modding the original game to fix it took about the same amount of time. What's the point of releasing such a broken definitive edition, Rockstar? Unfortunately, the problems didn't stop there. When I tried to play again after some gameplay, I noticed that the game didn't open through Steam. It opened through Social Club. However, when I played through Social Club, I realized that I wasn't receiving any achievements. I had to download a ton of mods just to make the original game playable. Thanks Rockstar, your terrible PC port made it necessary to download numerous mods just to enjoy the game. Thank you indeed. Then I played the original one. I played without mods for a while, wondering how long I could endure. The game wasn't running at a stable 30 FPS, it was around 25 FPS or something. Unlocking the FPS limiter caused the cars to become uncontrollable, so I had to play the game at 25 FPS. Yeah, very good. Additionally, when you enable widescreen, the screen becomes distorted. I tried to play the game for a while, but eventually I couldn't tolerate the low FPS and wide screen distortion, so I decided to mod the game. Unfortunately, I had to install many mods to fix the graphics and technical issues in the game. These mods take car models from the Xbox version of the game while borrowing characters and city visuals from the PlayStation 2 version. The widescreen mod improves the oversized HUD elements to make them more refined. It enhances the audio quality and generally addresses most technical and graphical issues in the game. Additionally, it makes the game playable at 30 FPS. As a bonus, it adds a movable camera similar to San Andreas and provides aiming functionality. Not too shabby. Now, let's talk about the story and try to move away from these negatives. Tommy Vercetti, a high-security prisoner, has just been released from prison. His former boss, Sonny Forelli, sends him to a drug trade in Vice City, a city full of opportunities, to ensure that Tommy doesn't pose a threat in Liberty City. However, Sonny knows that Tommy will not forget about him and will do things his way. After all, it was Sonny who got him into trouble in the first place. So Sonny sets up a trap during their first big drug deal, stealing both the money and the drugs. Tommy finds himself in an unfamiliar city, teaming up with the nervous but street-smart Ken Rosenberg, trying to find a way to recover Sonny's money. As the story unfolds, Tommy realizes that there aren't many powerful people in the city who can oppose him, and he starts taking over. The turning point in the story is when we raid Ricardo Diaz's mansion, kill him, and take over his assets and operations. After that, the game tasks us with taking over various properties and completing their missions, acquiring a taxi company, stealing cars, and more. Sonny is waiting for us to gain ownership of Vice City. When we became the owner of Vice City, Sonny suddenly decides to come and raid our properties to take his money back. Then comes the final confrontation. Sonny arrives to Vice City, raids our properties, and insults us at our mansion. Tommy tries to pay him back with counterfeit money, but Sonny says, "Did you think I wouldn't notice?" Tommy replies, "No, I just wanted to piss you." Tommy's character is generally satisfying, by the way. As I mentioned, the story is simple and enjoyable. GTA Vice City drew inspiration from mafia stories like Scarface and Goodfellas. To complete the story, let's also look at the characters. I have already talked about Tommy. Sonny Forelli doesn't appear much in the game. We see a cutscene at the beginning where he sends us to Vice City, and throughout the game he occasionally calls us to remind us of our debt. Other than Tommy and Sonny, there is less ones, yeah. The reason he's important in the game is that he betrays us in the end. Besides that, we don't care much about him. And Tommy doesn't seem to either, you know. Apart from that, Ken Rosenberg is initially essential as our connection to Vice City, but like in most GTA games, apart from the main character, everyone else seems insane. Everyone in the game appears genuinely insane except for Tommy. And in this case, Sonny as well. After completing a mission for Avery, who's a contractor, everyone starts calling us and inviting us to solve their own problems. Now let's talk about gameplay. Regarding gameplay, we can divide GTA Vice City into two fundamental mechanics, driving and shooting. The driving mechanics are not bad. I enjoy driving in this game. There are poorly designed cars in the game, but that's a design choice, you know. They don't grip the road well, struggle to make turns, and can't reach decent speeds. Even when they manage to go fast, they can't handle drifting or sharp turns, making them unsuitable for high-speed chases. However, these issues don't affect the overall driving mechanics. There are plenty of good cars in the game. Cheetah, especially, is a fast car with almost no grip, so you can easily drift and reach your destination quickly. Yeah, you know that. Infernus is another excellent car. It is Lance's car, which is conveniently parked in front of our mansion even after he dies, you know. So it's easily accessible. Boats also handle well. Driving on the water feels different from driving on land, but except for specific missions, we don't use boats too much. But no one can say there are no boats or boat usage is bad in the game. However, evasion mechanics are peculiar in this game. Some missions, like Demolition Man, are known for being challenging. People struggle with it and often say they don't have enough time. But I have played this mission multiple times and passed it very easily. However, I acknowledge that it can be challenging. Yeah, it is true. The main difficulty comes from that fact that Vice City was initially developed for consoles and later ported to PC. I already mentioned how terrible Rockstar's port can be. The reason I can complete this mission easily might be because I have been playing this game since I was a child. Or maybe I was a baby. I learned the game mechanics when I was around 3 or 4 years old, and it's been 20 years since then. It's normal for me. I also modded the game, so it didn't feel much different. After all, Vice City can be completed in less than 10 hours, making it easy to say, let me finish it and move on. Pushing players into the let me finish it and move on mindset is a different issue and not good for a game. But I will skip over that in this review to avoid criticism from the Vice City fanbase who might get angry with me. The second mechanic, which is the weapon mechanics, doesn't normally feel all that great. The aiming feature that the mod I installed provides isn't in the base game. This isn't an issue for me because, as I mentioned before, I've been playing this game since my childhood, so I know the original version, and the original version isn't good at all. Aiming is difficult and you don't really improve your weapon skills throughout the game. Moreover, the shooting doesn't feel satisfying at all. Most weapons lack a significant impact on the enemy. Of course, NPCs react to shotguns, magnum pistols, miniguns and the like, but I think it's not good enough. Graphically, for a game from 2002, GTA Vice City holds up quite well. Character models may be jarring when viewed today, but the city and cars look quite good. Most of the buildings in the city are inaccessible, so you feel like you're in a cardboard city. But that's very normal for a game from 2002. So it's not right to criticize the game for this. Character models are fitting for the environment and look good enough, so I will not complain about that. Vice City clearly took inspiration from Miami, and the game successfully captures that Miami vibe. When it comes to sound and music, GTA games prefer a more realistic sound design, so the game doesn't have too many original songs. But you can still listen to the radio stations on YouTube even today. I recommend it though. I love them. Apart from that, there is a main theme and we hear its outros for after completing each mission. Aside from the main theme, which Lawfest, the rock band, is the only original music in the game and it's quite good. The voices are also voiced, and while it's clear that it's voice acting, it's quite well done, especially Ray Liotta, who voices Tommy Vercetti, is a very talented artist. Rest in peace. Don't forget to subscribe because I have decided to set up my review system on this channel like this for now. I will review a GTA game, then a Call of Duty game, followed by an Assassin's Creed game. This cycle will continue until I finish each game series. When one series is completed, I will move on to a similar game series like an open world story driven game such as GTA, Of course, I can also do bonus content by reviewing other games in between. While you are subscribed, don't forget to like the video and join my Discord group. See you soon.